Hello everyone, and welcome to an exciting video from Couture presented by Painted Palomino. My name is Randy, and Painted Palomino is my wife. She is currently in the United States. I am stationed in Italy. She is hanging out with our grandson at the moment. So I tried to do my own Couture earlier. It was an epic fail. So now I have her on the phone. She'll be assisting me in small parts. And today I'm going to be doing a Halloween theme. It's going to be, as you see in front of me, the Season's Creepings. I've got two bats, a skull that says Season's Creepings. The colors I'll be using today will be a shimmer crimson. I'll be doing those for the bats. Red on black is always nice. And I'll be doing a shimmer copper for the Season's Creepings. That input was given to me by my wife. She wants to see that, so that's where we're going to do it in. So as you see, I have a blank canvas here. What we're going to start by doing is we're going to take our scissors here and we're going to cut out our bats. Okay. Now that we have our bats cut out, I'm going to cut them directly in half, so that way I have both of them. Boom. Okay, now the important thing about doing this, according to my wife, is that you want to set it up the way that you would like to see it. So I'm going to try to set this up a little bit here. Bear with me. Okay. All right. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to take our fuzzing cloth here, and I'm going to chime into my wife now for some assistance. Hun?
Okay.
What do I do to do this fuzzing part?
So take the cloth and put it on the table.
Okay.
And then, so take your screen, the transfer you're going to do first, the spool, and take the backing off of it.
Okay. And removing the transfer is fairly simple. You have a backing so that way that this can be used multiple times, as long as you take care of it. You start by using one corner, and you begin to remove the transfer. Okay, and I'll set that aside.
Now just stick your side down on the cloth.
Okay.
1 or 2 times. Because you just don't want it to stick to the board.
Okay.
I mean, you do, but not super tight.
You see how I'm doing that? I'm just laying it down. I'll wipe my hand over it really quickly, and I'll pull it back up. I'll repeat that process one more time. And this is what's known as fuzzing, apparently. And now I'm going to lay it down here on my board. The nice thing about this is it's very husband proof. So as you put it down, you don't have to worry about it. You can pick it back up, lay it down the correct way of how you want to do it, paying attention to make sure that everything on there is symmetrical. I am very picky when it comes to symmetry, so I'm going to have to lift this up just a little bit and move it back over. As you've seen, it sticks fairly well. So okay.
Now you want to make sure you get all the air bubbles out of there.
And how I do that is I'm going to take my angled squeegee here. Okay. It's got multiple angles for multiple uses, and I'm just going to run it down and along. As you see, you got these little air pockets right here. This is what she is talking about. You want to make sure that all those are out.
If they're up in the green, it's okay. You just want them off the screen.
As you heard.
Now use your hand one time over it.
Hopefully you can hear her. She said as long as it's in this green, it's not so much of a worry. You want to make sure that the clear screening is free of any air bubbles. You want to wipe your hand over it. I'm sure that's got a point as far as like making sure that you can feel if there's any air bubbles inside. And I don't feel anything, so we're good. Okay, again, we're going to be using this shimmer copper. The important thing for these copper, or these shimmer colors, excuse me, is that they're glittery. So
you want to keep going fast. You want to go fast once it's on there.
So when saying that, I can hear myself again. So once I apply the color, you want to move quickly. These do dry a lot faster, but unlike other chalk paste that you'll be using, the chalk paste here, you don't have to add water to. So you open it up. I already took the ability and pre-stirred it. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my squeegee here. And I'm just going to dig in a little bit. This is kind of a larger transfer, so I'm going to put a healthy amount. And I'm just going to kind of move it all over, spreading it all around. Okay. Nice thing is once I'm done with it, I'll be able to pull up any excess and put it back in, because you want to save as much of this as you possibly can for future projects. So as you see, I'm just going to ensure that the entire screen here is covered. And a little bit more. The important thing is, like I said, you want to ensure that you're covering it pretty quickly due to the fact that it does dry, especially with these shimmer colors, or so I'm told. Can't seem to get that corner. I'm sure anybody that knows what they're doing is looking at me like, oh my God, guy. It's all right. We all learn sometime. Okay, now that I've ensured that the entire area, surface area is covered, I'm going to pull off as much of this as I can and scrape it right back into my jar here. I'll do that by just dragging it across. and scraping it right back in. And just like that, I pulled off as much excess as I can. Make sure you put your lid on nice and secure. And boom, we are done with that. Now, I do believe I pull up the transfer. Am I correct with that, hon?
Yep, as long as you got all the extra off.
I got as much extra off as I can. So, I'm going to reach over and in one corner, I'm going to gently lift up, making sure I don't tear the transfer. I'm being extra cautious because this is my first time taking it off, so I don't want to accidentally tear anything. Okay, and voila, we have a perfect Seasons Creepings. I am then going to put this in water. This is how you end up cleaning them, is that you put the transfer inside the water, letting it soak for a couple minutes, which is going to be perfect while I do the bats. Okay. You see, just let it soak in there for a moment. And when it gets done, I'll use a dry paper towel, or that's what I have with me, to dry it off with. Okay. Now next we're going to do the bats. Again, you're just going to repeat the process. You're going to take your bats here.
You don't really have to fuzz the bat ones because they're so little.
I don't know if you guys quite heard that, but she informed me that when they're little transfers like this, you don't necessarily need to fuzz the backs. So we'll forego that step and we'll just go ahead and remove. Again, you remove by simply separating the backings from the transfer. Comes off fairly easy. These are very small, so should make it quite easier for me. Okay. Now maybe maybe that first angle wasn't very well, so maybe I want to do an angle like this. Again, as long as the silk screen is showing on your canvas, you're fine. The green does not necessarily need to be flat on there. However, when you place them, you want to make sure that the screen again is flat, no air bubbles. So we'll be taking care of that here momentarily. Okay. Now I'm gonna seem to got a little bit on the tip there. That's fine. All this is washable, so it won't stay on you very long. Wash up your hands, and I'm gonna just kind of brush over this really quickly. And again, I'm going to use my fingers here. Ensure that there's no air bubble on my screens. Okay, we're good. The next one we're going to be using is the Crimson Shimmer, or Shimmer Crimson, excuse me. I chose this color because I like red on black. It seems to stand out hopefully nicely. These are very small, so you shouldn't need very much. Get it on there. Again, you're making sure that you're covering the silk or the see-through portion of it. Okay. Everything seems to be covered. Pull off any excess. Okay. And we'll just go ahead and apply it to this side. That one dabble pretty much got me both the bats done, which is nice. Okay. And we'll pull off all the extra. Just like so. Okay, again, these dry very quickly, so ensure that you get the lid on nice and tight. You don't want these to dry out. And you're gonna pull up on your transfer here. Nice. There's one. I'm gonna put it right into the water. And number two. Perfect. And into the water it goes. Now for the backings of these, again, when you pulled them off, you want to ensure that your shiny side, you have a very shiny side and then a kind of a duller side. You want to make sure that the shiny side stays up so that way it stays clean, free of debris and whatnot. So next thing I'll be going over really quickly is cleanup, which is pretty quick.
Okay, show us the finished project.
I will at the end. Okay, so for that, I'm just going to pull out a couple of these paper towels. I'll clean up my sponges at the end here. Keep one paper towel for cleaning. And as you can see, I'm very much the husband. I'm just very disorganized, putting things all around where I'll just put them. All right, so you take, for example, this here bat. You just kind of clean off everything about it. Don't mind that it's a little bit stained, that's fine. And the important thing is you want to apply it as it's drying, sticky side up. Okay, just like so. Grab my next one.
Did you watch that on a video? Because I don't think you're supposed to stick that on there like that.
Clean up this one. Again, sticky side up. And the bigger one now. This one's gonna take a couple seconds. It's fine. Been soaking a little longer. Lay it out.
Did you watch this one on another couture site or something?
Yes. Okay. Again, last but not least, while it's drying, and put it sticky side up. All right, there we are. Cleanup is finished. You want to allow plenty of time for everything to dry. All in all, this is not taking me very long. And here we have our finished piece. The Season's Creepings. And again, we use the shimmer copper and the shimmer crimson. The colors turned out very well on there. There's a little bit of cleanup here. All you got to do is take a moist paper towel and just kind of wipe that off. Same over there. But all in all, it looks fairly good for a rookie doing it. Again, this is a video for couture presented by Painted Palomino. Please come by, visit. They do a lot for supporting the troops. As a matter of fact, I'm a soldier myself. So it's kind of nice that they're supporting the troops and showing me how to do my own decorations. Thank you for watching this video, and if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, we'll be bringing more videos through the YouTube channel and other various forms. You can find her on Facebook at Vicky Naomi, and also yeah, we look forward to seeing you for the next upcoming holidays. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day. Bye.